Hi everybody, Brian here, back with, boy, it's been a while. I think before Christmas was my last video of stuff I got. So I want to wish everybody a great, happy 2015. I hope everybody had a great holiday season, Christmas or whatever you celebrate, or just had time off with family. And I hope you got something, at least one thing or something, or spent it with somebody you love and got something you liked. So we'll start off 2015 here. First off, I got, when I was back home, my cousin said, I got something for you. His friend, his mother was going to throw out a whole bunch of Nintendo Powers. He said he thought of me and he thought he'd give me them. And I got this stack right here. This is from the N64 era up until the beginning of the GameCube era. So this is, the first issue is volume 129 up to volume 152. Volume 129 is February 2000. And volume 52 is, give me 1 second, January 2002. So about 2 years worth of Nintendo Powers. I never read these ones as a kid. Go through just the ones I have here, just the covers. You got this Tarzan one, Pokemon Stadium. This is 131, Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Never played the Tony Hawk game. Heard they're very good though. This is issue 132. This is Excite Bike 64. This 2000 area, this is when I was in school, just getting out of college, and had my first full-time career job. So I was really kind of out of games for a while until I got back in it and started making money. This is volume 133. Oh, Kirby and the Crystal Shards, volume 134. Nice cover. I'm really excited for Kirby's Kirby and the Rainbow Curse coming out this February. It looks awesome. Just looks beautiful. I was watching that Nintendo Direct video. The claymation style just looks gorgeous. This is volume 135. Mario Tennis on the front for Game Boy Color. Camelot Tennis RPG. I bet a lot of people did not see that coming. Volume 136. Pokemon Gold and Silver, I believe, for Game Boy Color. Volume 137, beautiful cover. Majora's Mask. You can see his mom cut out the address here. I don't know why she just didn't take a marker and mark it out, but oh well. $138, you have Hey You Pikachu. I don't know if there was another game that used the N64 microphone, but this actually came bundled with it. One of my favorite N64 games. In fact, when I was talking about college, when I was graduating from college that year, I got this game with my first paycheck, one of my first paychecks of money I made in my first job from my career, and it was Banjo-Tooie. This is volume 139, one of my favorite Super Nintendo games, or not Super Nintendo, N64 games. Very big, open-ended, huge world to it. This is one with Spider-Man on it. Cover, I have Spider-Man for N64. Just love these covers. Here's a beautiful cover. Volume 141, you have Paper Mario. I still am finishing Thousand Year Door, then I'll start on the original Paper Mario. Volume 142, Pokemon Stadium 2. Volume 143, you had an exciting time. The Game Boy Advance was getting ready to launch that summer, in July, I believe. Has some of the launch games in it. Super Mario Advance with a remaking of, or a re-envisioning of, not re-envisioning, Super Mario Brothers 2. The Zelda Oracle games. This is another beautiful cover. Look at that artwork. Oracle of the Ages, Oracle of the Seasons. We've got Volume 145, and this is Nintendo GameCube at E3, and some more. This is Super Mario Advance for the Game Boy. Volume 146, we have Tony Hawk Pro Skater. As I said, I never played any Tony Hawk Pro Skater games. This is the second one. And on the back, you have an ad for Castlevania Circle of the Moon. Very cool Castlevania game, and a Game Boy Advance launch game. One of the standouts. Pokemon Crystal version for Game Boy Color, I believe, was on this Volume 147. Mario Kart Super Circuit. This was also an Ambassador game, I believe. I played some of it over holiday. Maybe holiday this year and that summer. Fun game. Just like, very much like the Super Nintendo one, which is why I really like it. Volume 149, Star Wars Rogue Leader. Just 3 more here. Launch of the GameCube, Luigi's Mansion in Volume 150. This was around the GameCube launch, or GameCube era and Game Boy Advance. Volume 151, Super Smash Bros. Melee. And here's a cool one with Olimar, Captain Olimar on the front of Pikmin. And the cover is Nintendo Power Grab It. You can see, interesting in this one, it says, this must have been my cousin's friend's last issue. But you see on the bottom, they kind of cropped it very low. I don't know if this was a misprint, but they kind of cropped it too high or something kind of weird. That just kind of see how the text is kind of cropped off at the bottom. So yeah, that's a stack of Nintendo Powers I got. I've been going through them. I'm always happy to have from that era, because I didn't really have. I got GamePro up until that time, so I never really had Nintendo Power during that time. So that's cool. Thank you very much for my cousin and his friend there. So we'll also go on to, I picked up this Figma Samus Aran from Metroid figure. She came with a morph ball, different hands. She's very articulate. You can like bend her and stuff. Very cool. Some Game Boy games. Picked up Battletoads. This is a remake of the original NES Battletoads. Bonk's Adventure. I've never played a Bonk's Adventure. I think I mentioned before I never played a TurboGrafx 16 or even seen a TurboGrafx 16 growing up. Seen one once in my life, and I passed on it, and I'm kicking myself because I wish I would have bought it. I went back to get it the next day, and it was gone. It was a good price. It was a TurboGrafx 16 with the case, the CD system add-on, the AV converter turbo booster, the Super Hue card for CDs, and some games for $200. I should have bought it. So we got Bonk's Adventure for the Game Boy. Now I've only ever played Bonk's Revenge on the Game Boy, and now I have Bonk's Adventure for the Game Boy. And DuckTales 2, a port of the NES DuckTales 2. For the SNES, we have Wolfchild. This is a port of the Amiga CD or Amiga PC, and Sega Genesis also got a copy or a port of it as well. Some DS games. I picked up Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime for like $5. It's Dragon Quest. Anytime I see a Dragon Quest game, I love Dragon Quest. Konami Classic Series Arcade Hits. I got this because I looked on the back and it had Contra, Russian Attack, and Gradius. And these are the arcade versions of them, so that's awesome. For the PSP, because I got a PSP last year, picked up my second Ys game for the PSP. I got Ys 7. So I want to get Ys Oath and Felghana next, and I'll be good. And picked up the Hori Battle Pad. This is made by Hori for the Wii U. Allows you to plug into the Wii remote, and it looks like a GameCube controller. The only difference is it has 4 shoulder buttons instead of 3 like the GameCube, and the D-pad's a lot bigger instead of the tiny gamepad on the GameCube. And this is the Luigi color. There's also a Mario, and they're releasing a Pikachu one as well. And also, I didn't really buy this, but I bought the shadow box to mount it. The Legend of Zelda Master Quest or Symphony has announced tour dates again. If you're not Symphony of the Goddess tour dates, if you're not familiar, that's a what it is this group of people do great work. They go to different cities and regions, and they play Legend of Zelda music with a live orchestra. And I was fortunate enough to go to the last 2 events. The first one, Symphony of the Goddess, and Symphony of the Goddess Second Quest. They both came around where I live, the Pittsburgh area, and I was around 2011 and 12, and I went to both of those shows. I hope the 3rd show that was announced last month or around the holidays, beginning of winter, tours around here as well. But what I did was I just mounted them in shadow boxes with the tickets and the program flyers. So here's from the Legend of Zelda Symphony of the Goddess first tour. This is from Friday, July 2012 at Pittsburgh's Symphony Orchestra. Played with them at Heinz Hall. Awesome show. And here's the one from the second quest from October 8th, 2013. So 2 years later, they toured in Pittsburgh again, and this was at Heinz Hall again, and I have a picture and the ticket stubs and the program here. And if it comes to your area and you're interested in Zelda at all, or just great music at all, I recommend you go see it. The music it's hearing a live symphony orchestra play it is just really gets to you, and it's emotional and brings back all the memories of the games, and just so great. Highly recommend looking it up on Zelda Symphony and look at it online, see if a tour date's near you, and I hope you can see it if you're able to. So yeah, that's everything I got. I hope everybody is having a great start to the new year and had a great Christmas. Finishing up, what I'm playing is finished up finally Mario Kart 8, the DLC tracks. I got 3 gold stars on all the DLC courses on Mirror Mode 150cc, so I got all the stamps. The only thing I have left to get is 10,000 coins to get the gold glider, and I'll have everything until the next DLC pack comes out. And I have 7,400 coins right now, around there. So I need a few thousand more and I can get that. Stop playing Fantasy Life. I've been playing over break. I played and beat Metroid 2 Return of Samus. I've never had a Game Boy growing up, and that was a very, very great, fun Metroid game. Interesting concept where you see how many Metroids are you have left to destroy. I think it starts with 42 or 40 something. And as you kill a Metroid, it decreases. So you're on planet SR333, I think the name is, and you have to destroy all the Metroids. And slowly, this lava blocks your path. And if you hit the pause menu, you'll see a little counter in the corner that says level 3 or something. That means you have 3 Metroids to beat, and then the lava will decrease, and you can go to the next area, and then you have so many others to beat, the lava will decrease. And you get deeper and deeper into the planet, the Metroids evolve, get stronger, and you eventually fight the mother Metroid. And if you played Super Metroid, you know that you find the last Metroid there, you take it back for research, and then the beginning of Super Metroid happens. So Metroid 2, very good game. Had a blast playing it. Another one I played and beat was Wario Land 4, my first Wario Land game that I've actually beaten. Very, very fun. The music in the game was what really stuck out, and just the fun platforming of it. Basically, you find this pyramid, Wario does, and you explore the pyramid, and you find 4 gems and a key to open up the door to the next area. And when you get to the end of the level, you hit this exploding plunger, and you got 3 minutes or so to get to the end of the level. and if you don't, then a countdown timer will appear and you'll start losing your treasure. And if your treasure's decreased at the end, you'll die. But it's a very cool concept, very fun game. I had a blast playing it. I'm also playing through the original Metroid on NES. I haven't played it in a few days, but I never beat it on the NES. I beat Metroid Zero Mission, which is a great retelling of that story, the first Metroid. And it actually adds more to the series. When Samus takes off, before she does that, she actually loses her suit, and she's just with no armor. She has some sections where you got to sneak around. Pretty cool. And that game's a lot more playable for me than the original Metroid was. But this time, for the original Metroid, I'm printing out a map and going through that way. And that's okay by me. I don't mind doing that because a lot of the older games, like especially Kid Icarus and those games, a map really helps. It makes it a lot more playable. And I'm still playing Captain Toad. I'm about episode 3, about 3/4 of the way through, and then there's bonus content after that. I'm having a blast playing that, but I'm taking my time. I'm only playing like 4 or 5 levels every time I sit down, so it really stretches it out. And February comes. I'm really looking for Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, forward to that game. One of the most beautiful games I've seen in a while. Just the claymation look of it. It just looks beautiful. I'm really looking forward to that after Kirby Triple Deluxe was the first Kirby game I actually finished. I love that game, the pieces. I'm really looking forward to Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. And the new 3DS comes out around February 13th. So I did pre-order that. I'm getting that one. And I also pre-ordered Majora's Mask, the limited edition, and the 3DS, new 3DS I'm getting. So I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, that's what's coming up. So I'm not going to be buying a lot of stuff. I'm just saving more money in general, just to have, because I'm really, there's not a lot of games coming out that I really, or I should say lately I haven't been seeing a lot of stuff that I really wanted, so I just haven't been buying a lot. So it's always nice to save money sometimes. So I hope everybody, like I said, so I've been rambling on too much, I guess, so I hope everybody's having a great start to the new year and is having a great winter. And if you're living in a cold area, buck up, you'll get through winter and look forward to spring and then go from there. So take care, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.